Hi, I'm Tyler Simmers and I'm one of the attorneys here at Ambler Law Offices, and I'd just like to take a minute to talk to you a little bit about an offense that I handle on a regular basis, that offense being reckless driving. A lot of people think that reckless driving is just simply a traffic infraction, but it's not. It's actually a criminal offense in Virginia. It's a Class 1 misdemeanor specifically, which means that upon a conviction for reckless driving, you could be facing up to 12 months in jail, up to a $2,500 fine, up to 6 months suspension of your privilege to drive in Virginia, and then 6 demerit points from your Virginia license. So obviously, reckless driving is not something to take lightly, and it's definitely something that if you're charged with it, you should give us a call so we can walk you through the process and see how we might be able to help you out. With respect to how we may be able to help you out, obviously, first and foremost, the main priority is to see if, after examining the facts of the case, can we beat this case? So some of the things that we're going to talk about are, do any possible defenses apply? When you're talking about reckless driving by speed, some possible defenses could be whether or not the officer's radar was accurate, whether the Commonwealth can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you were actually driving on a highway as defined under the Virginia Code. Also, in cases involving a crash, can the Commonwealth prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you were actually the driver of that vehicle involved in the crash? There are several ways that you can be charged with reckless driving in Virginia. The most common ways that I see are when somebody is alleged to have been driving over 20 miles per hour over a posted speed limit, or driving over 85 miles per hour regardless of the posted speed limit. But again, there are other ways that you can be charged with reckless driving in Virginia, such as passing a stopped school bus, illegally passing other drivers on the road, having improper or faulty brakes, or just generally driving in a manner that endangers the life, limb, or property of another. So obviously, if you are charged with reckless driving, I do urge you to give us a call at Ambler Law Offices for a free consultation at 540-550-4236. When you give us a call, we'll talk about the facts of your case. We'll talk to you about any possible defenses that may apply. We'll talk about strengths and weaknesses of the case, and we'll also talk about negotiations with the Commonwealth and or the officer involved. Oftentimes, I am able to get these cases resolved at your first court appearance without the client even actually having to show up to court. So there's a lot of things that we can talk about when you are charged with reckless driving. We'll walk through the process step by step and see how we may be able to help you out, whether that's taking the case to trial and trying to get a not guilty, or mitigating the case and seeing if we could possibly get the charge reduced from a Class 1 misdemeanor down to just a simple traffic infraction such as speeding or improper driving. Oftentimes, if we can get it reduced, there are several benefits to that. Obviously, not having a criminal conviction on your record, also being able to keep your license. The fine would be much lower if it gets reduced to an infraction, and also there are less severe consequences on your license status if we can get this charge reduced from a Class 1 misdemeanor down to just a simple traffic infraction. So if you find yourself charged with reckless driving, feel free to reach out, give us a call. We'll set up a free consultation. We'll walk you through this process and see how we may be able to help you out.